Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. Europa. In the last episode, we went ahead and basically doubled the amount of land we controlled. When the game started 22 years ago, I controlled this. And now, I control basically all the way up to here. Like, that is an incredible amount of, controlage going on in this situation. And now in this episode, I'm trying to annex these guys. And that should be done... it'll be a while. Actually, like, more than 10 years. And I'm also going to start annexing Orissa in this episode. Another stability drop. I'm just going to deal with the stability drop, because right now it doesn't deal that much problems. Because even with the, even with the negative revolt risk that we got from that, no place here wants to revolt. So, we're good on that situation. Let's go ahead and upgrade our military here. And, just sit back and relax. What do these guys want? Oh, they want to revolt and try and go back to being what they were. Well, I'm not letting that happen, good sir. Let me first take out these guys. I will protect my vassals. And that gave me enough to start annexing these guys. So I'm not going to be able to do much this episode, so I might skip around a bit. It'll take me a long time for me to annex this guy, but I'll work on it. When you annex someone, they, all other vassals that you have like you less. For example, I'm going to annex both of these guys. So, Admengar is going to have negative 60 towards me for a while. So, I'm not going to be annexing Admengar for a long while. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. But, I can, they'll eventually like me. And also, even though these guys will finish being annexed first, since I started annexing these guys, even though they will dip below the liking me status, they'll still will be annexed. So, that's a strategy that I often do. Now we just sit here and wait. I have the speed at as high as I possibly can. I have almost no fears, because they're probably not going to declare war on these guys. And, these guys are the only ones who would declare war on me, and they probably won't, because I basically have quadruple the land size they do, so I'm obviously stronger than they are. And these guys literally never do anything. Like, they don't have anything they can do. Maybe try and, like, expand out to here, but that won't happen anytime soon. We have a disputed succession over in the Ming dynasty. Oh man, the Ming have a very, very low prestige going on here. They're probably going to split up soon. That's the way a lot of the different countries have, like, special things about them. We don't necessarily have, like, that many special things about us here in India. Most of the religions have something special about them. Hinduism doesn't have that many special things about us. Hinduism causes our tax modifier to increase, so we get more money, and we also have a greater tolerance of heretics, so our country won't revolt as easily, basically. But that's about it. It also increases our legitimacy, I believe. Which, I don't care about legitimacy that much. Although I should have my legitimacy... Oh wait, no. That doesn't matter, because I'm about to, yeah. My, king's going to be dead soon. Oh, and when the king dies, your stability goes down by 1. So, I will have to spend some, administration points But next I'm going to be working... I'm trying to get to this national idea as quickly as possible. So that I can expand over to Africa as soon as I can and hopefully become westernized very quickly. That is the plan. Let me go ahead and explain ideas while we're just sitting around here doing nothing. Once you unlock an idea, you unlock ideas through administration technology increases. And, like, you unlock one at level 4, one at level 7, one at level 10, all the way up to level 29. And you can choose from one of these idea, like, tiers, basically. Not really tiers, but it's like different kinds of ideas. You got innovation ideas, religious ideas, espionage ideas, diplomatic, all the way to like military, defensive ideas, and they're each into like a different style. There's the administration, diplomatic, and military. To get a new idea after you unlock the actual section itself, you need to spend, I believe it's 400 of that power in order to unlock one of these ideas. So I'm going to get the exploration first. That'll be the first thing, because then I can get colonists, and then I'll be able to get a quest for the New World, which allows me to explore. So I'll be able to go and explore Africa, and eventually spread over to the Europeans. That is my plan. Aha! I can do it now! Oh, gotta pause this to see what's going on. I can have 3 peasants show up, 3 peasant revolts, or lose 25 prestige. I'd rather have the peasants show up, because I can take care of that rather easily. Your ass is mine! Let's choose our idea group. I want the exploration tab, thank you. And I can already... Oh. We have lost the Casus Belli against Malabar. I didn't really want it, but okay. We can already, since we have 400 diplomacy, set up a colonist here, and I think that's a good idea. So boom, I have a colonist. Now the way this works is it works like all these other guys. I haven't fully explained them yet. You'll have a certain number of these 4 people. You have merchants, colonists, diplomats, and missionaries. And you can only, like, use as many as you actually have. So I have 2 diplomats doing things right now, and I can't do any other diplomatic stuff. I have 2 merchants right now spreading trade and collecting trade, so I can't use any more anywhere else. But I have 1 free colonist and 1 free missionary. The missionaries, all they do is convert people, and that won't be very useful until I take over Ceylon because they have Buddhism. But the colonists, if you click on these places that do not have anyone there, then you can send a dude to them and try and turn it into a colony. Here's a place that you can colonize. This is a place you can colonize. I can colonize this. And then I can also colonize over here in the Philippines. But for right now, I will go ahead and colonize this place. And I'll start to send some troops over there as well. Because when you... let me send you guys down here. When you... start to colonize a place, there's already natives living there, right? And they obviously aren't going to like you being there all the time, so sometimes they will attack you. Alright, 3 people should be enough. Obviously, they're going to start attacking you, so let's transport our dudes and have them go onto there. So if they attack, they can ransack the colony and harm a lot of colonists, and you don't want that to happen. So you need at least 3. 3 is a good number. You don't really need that many because they're weak. Go to Bengal. You don't really need that many because colonists are... not colonists, excuse me. Natives are usually kind of weak. Alright, so now this is under our control. And we are currently settling it. And it'll take a little while for it to become a colony. You get... I don't know what that was. Some people screaming. You get 45 people a year just naturally, so after like 20 years it will become a place. And then you also have a 15% chance of just attracting more settlers each month, so it will go up. And you just let that sit and wait for a while. One of our guys died. Our advisor here. Let's go ahead and decrease the ability cost modifiers. Alright, now we have nothing else much to do, so let's just sit back and relax. Yeah, see, they attacked, and we took care of them pretty effectively. We only lost 45 cavalry in that entire battle. Alright, how are things going in the annexing situation? 60%, and you are at 32%. Alright. And then after I annex them, ooh, looks like Jaunpur is getting really aggressive here. Jaunpur is going to apparently be my main enemy in this situation. Because Bengal is getting its ass handed to it. Well, I think after I annex these guys, I'm going to turn these guys into a vassal. And yeah, that should be good. Aha! So we just got colonial enthusiasm, so more colonists are going to show up. It went up to 20% now. And the reason I'm colonizing this place and not like over to the left, this place right now is Terra Incognita, which means I don't know what it is. I can't look at it, I can't colonize it, because we haven't explored it yet. We already knew what this was, we already knew it existed. Just like at the beginning of the game. We didn't know about this. So we can't go and click on it in order to try and colonize it. However, my next idea that I'll be getting sometime soon, actually, will allow me to explore. What is this? The female poet Mala, born in a potter's family, translated the Sanskrit Ramayana into Telugu, excuse me. She claimed Lord Shiva as her guru and drew inspiration from the poet Putana, who wrote... Oh, Jesus, criminy. She wrote the story of Rama. Mala refused to dedicate it to any king, according to general practice for poets. She invited her to the royal court, where she recited it in front of him and his poets. Primarily used simple Telugu and only used Sanskrit words very rarely, and her work, known as Mala Ramayana, is written in Telugu. The opening poem says, Mayana has written many stories. Does someone stop taking food because it has been taken every day? So is the story of Rama, and one can read and love as many times as possible. So we can support her or ignore her, which will lose us. If we ignore her, we'll lose 1 prestige, but we'll gain a lot of power and just not even lose barely any money. So of course we're going to support her. Because we just gained 50 administration power, and that is awesome. We can gain a lot of ducats, or we can gain stability. We don't really need money right now, so I'd rather have stability be gained, perfectly honestly. Because we're going to need 30 once we take over all of these lands. We're going to need 30. Almost done, Malabar? Nope, not even close. Not much else to do. Have we learned about any other places? Apparently the Timurids got split up into this place I've never seen before. It's interesting. Nothing else going on. We're pretty small in the world right now, all things considered. I did say we were the strongest in India, but currently Jaunpur has that unfortunate situation here. Let's look at our ledger. If we look at the military... Okay, I think... Yeah, this is all places that we actually know about. So we can look at the places we know about and see which ones are the best. Who has the greatest military? The Timurids do. Okay, quite greatly have the greatest military. Jaunpur actually has a pretty terrible military. But that's because their manpower is so low. Probably because they've been in too many wars. So we can declare war on them and probably split them up after we take over Orissa. We can split these guys up into their smaller countries and then take over those countries. So it's a little slow, but at the same time, it's safer. Because, like, if we just go at them and start to take over all their places, they will rebel against us greater. Okay, we can have a quest for the New World. Let's do that. Oof. Alright. Now, in order to have conquistadors and such, we need to... Okay, these guys go here. And you split into, I'd say 3 people's good. You go back to being that. So, Conquistador and an Explorer are both new types of, they're both, like, generals. I already mentioned generals here. I can't dismiss someone who's commanding troops. Where is he? Oh, I don't want him there. Let me go ahead and just dismiss you. Because right now, you're not as useful. Oof. Because we can only have 1 without causing our monthly power to decrease. So, and I'm going to have 2 right now. So, I'm going to go ahead and wait for a little bit, because we need diplomatic power to get one of them, the Explorer. There are 2 types. There are Conquistadors, who explore land, and there are Explorers, who explore oceans. So, let's just wait for a bit. Oh, our king died! So we have a king who's kind of honestly. And who is our new heir? Our new heir is actually very good. So I'd like this king to die as soon as possible. He's age 50, so that shouldn't be too difficult for him to die soon. But our heir is amazing. Like, not technically amazing. I've had a king who is 666, which you might be like, oh, but no, actually, that's incredibly good. That just basically means how much power they're getting per turn. I think I already mentioned that. We almost have enough diplomatic power here to just 2 more months. Alright. Let's go ahead and start exploring. Let's recruit and explore. And then I want you to be a conquistador. Alright, that means that he can explore. Like I said, that means he can explore land, and this person can explore ocean. So let's go over here. Now, when it comes to ocean, you have what's called attrition, which means that, like, they will take damage more often. Like, not more often, they'll just naturally take damage, like, in the ocean. If they're in open ocean, they take attrition, and if they're too far from, like, anything else, they'll take attrition. Okay, so Omen controls that island. That's kind of because I kind of wanted it. Well, let's just lose that. I don't want to, but I can't really afford any more stability losses. See, right now we're taking attrition, 3% every month. And that's because we're too far from our actual ports. You go over there. Okay, we have reached Africa. Go back, I guess. Actually, can you explore there? Yes, explore there, please. Okay, so we barely won that. And this spot here is a little dangerous. Our colonial range, however, is too low. So we can't actually reach it yet. We will be able to reach it eventually, but it'll take a little while. Oh, we just need, basically one more idea, and then we'll be able to start colonizing Africa. Go ahead and go back to the, Bengal trade route. I don't really need... Actually... I guess while I have you, I might as well use you a bit. So go back there for right now. Go there so that you'll, repair yourself. Are you quite done resting? No, not yet. Can you rest? I didn't even... Okay, well, there are countries here, so go ahead and find out what these countries are. We have found Adel, and I believe this is Ethiopia? I don't remember. Are you almost done, bro? You are at 91%, so you are indeed almost done. They have risen up and attacked our peaceful colony, but they have been, again, subjugated. Alright, Swahili, that was it. Okay. Okay, so you are, like, resting and gaming troops. Alright. It's just taking its sweet-ass time. Okay, so infantry are going to cost more, but that doesn't matter because I'm not building any more troops for right now. Okay, go over here and explore this location, please. Okay, hopefully you'll be able to handle another battle. Hopefully. Someone's in the other room. What is this? Oh, 2 of our people died. Oif. Oh, colonial range. Oh, but you cost way too much. I don't have enough to pay for you. Not to mention, like, my colony isn't even done, so I can't colonize any more places. It's about to be done, though. Ooh, sweet spices. Those are good. The unfortunate thing is, like, if we go over here, most of these places over here will have their thing be fish. I haven't fully explained that yet. I guess just diplomatic there, and then, morale of armies. God, why is everything so expensive? Can you handle that? Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, you won. Good job. Man, these are dangerous locations. Okay, so my current plan is to put a colonist here, and then I will start attacking Swahili and moving into them. That's my current plan. Maybe I'll be able to vassalize them. Okay, we finally have Malabar, which means I can start putting a, I can fabricate a claim on Ceylon, which I will do. Because I want to take them over as soon as possible. Is the poor iron over yet? Because I actually do kind of want... Okay, it'll be over next year. I do want more, soldiers, actually. Our colony has become self-sustaining. Sweet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I just realized something. Our dude over here is getting attritioned, like, all to hell. Okay, well, we see a pretty awesome place there, so that will be our, like, setting up point for actually colonizing there. Let's go over here and rest up again. Our vessels have been lost. Okay, we lost half of our dudes. That's kind of shitty. But we'll have to deal with it. We lost 2 cogs and some barks. What is this? We can lose base tax, lose 1 stability, or gain 1 base tax. Okay, so the growth of cities attracts serfs, or we can tell them to go back to their place. So let's do that, because I'd rather not, you know, lose stability. So the serfs belong on their turfs. Let's get some ships. I want 4 cogs, is good. And then some barks. Bark, bark. Wait, what's my mission? Improve relation with Admingar. Oh, I haven't even been doing that. And I'm basically going to make them dislike me more, considering I'm annexing vassals. So that'll be a little while till that's all done. Okay, can I colonize any place? No. No, I cannot. I can't... Well, I can start colonizing you. I guess I might as well do that. But first I will wait for my cogs to get done. They should be done somewhat soon. Because otherwise they will just rise up and attack. Their aggressiveness is... This means, like, these are how many natives will attack, so basically only, like, 1 troop of natives will be able to rise up and attack me. This is how often they would attack, and this is how strong they are. So they're pretty weak, but they're very aggressive. And these guys, there's a lot of them, and they're pretty strong. So, like, 5,000 is by far, like, the highest you will find. So we'd need, like, 8 troops there in order to fully keep it sustained. Would be a good number. Sweet, more settlers. Okay, go ahead and be sent out. We do not need you here anymore. So, start to Oh, okay, good. They finally got made. Okay. Let's go ahead and be smart about this. You guys go to there, you guys go there, you guys go there, you guys go there, and you guys go to there. So that I can combine them all into one fleet. Boof. You guys go onto the ship. Alright, go over there. They'll take a little attrition in there, but not that much. Okay, now let's just go back and rest up, because our people are kind of weak. Oh, sweet, we can declare war on Ceylon, which I believe I will do. We gained 100 people over in here. Occasionally, it'll have, like, random events that'll increase your colonies. I kind of want these colonies to go a little bit slower, though, is the problem. Okay, how close is Orissa to being vassalized? Oh, they'll be vassalized by the end of this episode. This episode, I guess, will be a little bit longer. I want to, by the end of this episode, I want Orissa to be mine. One day you'll be mine. Okay, Ceylon. I'm afraid it is time for us to end. I mean, we knew this would happen eventually, right? Like, you didn't expect anything like this to not happen, right? So let's be perfectly honest here. Okay. Sometimes it's a little obnoxious having to get people onto ships. Okay, so we have 4 people. Now move them there. Fight! Alright, now we're taking it over. Wow, they're already at 25 war score. We could already make them a vassal, but I don't want to do that. Instead, I will... I could also force religion. No, I'm not going to do that. My plan, my thought was, I like forcing religion because that means by the time that I finish annexing them, they will be fully Hindu, so I don't have to, like, deal with any of that myself. However, since it's still only one place, I don't really care about that. If it was somewhere that's, like, 3 places, and I can annex them and force their religion, I'd be willing to, but, nah. How many more places do I gotta take over for Hindustan? Quite a few. I'll see how many I have to after I take over Orissa here. Alright. You are now mine. This will make some places not like me. Oh, nowhere important. Okay. I'm cool with that. And make them my core. I'm going to keep my army there because, as you can see, the revolt risk is rather high. So I'm going to keep 4 troops will be there, and that's pretty good. We could lose a lot of ducats, or we could lose some prestige. I'd rather lose prestige. As you notice, I don't even look at, like, what this does. Ooh, Orissa is now ours. I would rather my heir not die, honestly. So I'm going to pay the ducats. Okay, good, he didn't die. Alright, Orissa is mine. Okay, how many places do I gotta take over for Hindustan? Only 2 more places. Ceylon and Tilingua. So all I gotta do is take over this place. So, let's work on making Anmangar like me. And, hopefully in the next 2 episodes, we'll have Hindustan be mine. And actually, this video ended way sooner than I thought it would. Oh, awesome. We have enough people who are Telugu in our... Okay, so something about the culture is if they're in the same culture group as you, as an Indian, then they will, if you have enough of them in your country that they give 10% of the tax, I believe is the number, then they will eventually become accepted and will have no penalties. So these places like Araya and Marathi, they are there's not enough of them to actually have them not be like they're not accepted. So there's problems there. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, I believe that's good for this episode. We just got a lot of armies here from Orissa. That's pretty awesome. Also from these guys, so yeah, we now have a pretty good standing army. And once we get Admingar, we'll have 8 more dudes. So 16 dudes. Let's look at ourselves before we end in relationship to all the countries that we know. We by far have, wow, we have the greatest standing army. That's pretty awesome. Because the Timurids are usually the most terrifying at this point in the game, but they have been split up for some reason by these guys. I've never seen these guys before. Usually it's Persia. Yeah, it's Persia, but apparently it doesn't exist right now. Okay, what else is going on here in the ledger? So, we are the strongest in that. Let's look at our country. How about score comparisons? Where are we? Oh, this is everyone. Okay. So right now, the #1 country is France. We are at least high in the diplomatic rating. We're probably the only country that's, like, not in Europe. No, Perm. Perm is pretty high up there. So is Hedjaz. Okay. So I was wrong about that. Wow, Lithuania's high up there. What's going on with Lithuania? Usually they're, usually they don't have that kind of problems there. Not problems, I should say. You know what I mean. Oh no, we have been attacked. Alright. Well, when did I end the last episode? Okay, so it's been more than 10 years. Awesome. So it's been 13 years since the beginning of this episode, and, in this episode, we went ahead and took over all of Orissa and all of Melawar. So now all we have left to do is take over Admingar, and I also want to make Malwa our vassal. So I will start by fabricating a claim on them. And in the next episode, we will go ahead and make them a vassal, and hopefully we will have Admingar ready to be annexed. So also I'll want to start taking over some of Jaunpur and making them weaker than they currently are, because they are a tiny bit terrifying. Yep. It won't be that long until we make Hindustan, guys. I'd say a few episodes, and hopefully in the next few episodes we will also be able to spread over to Africa and start colonizing greater, because a few island nations and a few island counties is fine, but I feel like we are destined for greater and better things. So, in the next episode, I'll see you all then. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to comment, rate, subscribe, go ahead and do that. And yes, I have been advised to go ahead and say that at the end of my videos. So if you don't like it, go kiss my rump. Please do. I mean, no one has. I'm a little lonely. I mean,